In the beginning, in the wake of Eden's fall, two sons were born to Adam and Eve, Cain, the elder, and Abel, his younger brother. Both brothers, though of the same blood, chose different paths in life. Cain, the firstborn, took to the fields, becoming a hard-working farmer who tilled the soil. Abel, on the other hand, found his calling among the flocks, becoming a shepherd. In time, both brothers, driven by devotion and faith, brought forth offerings to their Creator. Cain offered up the fruits of his labor, the produce from his fields. Abel, in his turn, presented the firstborn of his flock. Yet it was not the offerings themselves that mattered, but the heart from which they were given. God, in his divine wisdom, saw the sincerity in Abel's offering and favored it. This act of divine favoritism, however, sowed a seed of resentment in Cain's heart, setting the stage for an impending tragedy. As the days passed, Cain's resentment towards Abel grew, festering within him like a malignant disease. The seeds of jealousy, once sown in the fertile soil of Cain's heart, sprouted into a monstrous tree of bitterness. A tree watered by the attention Abel received. Its roots deepened with each passing day, its branches spread wide, casting a dark shadow over the bond of brotherhood. In the heart of Cain, a war raged, a struggle between brotherly love and envy, between righteousness and malice. The sinister whispers of resentment echoed in the corridors of his mind, growing louder and louder until they drowned out the voice of reason. The confrontation between the brothers was inevitable, a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. The spark was ignited in the seclusion of the field, away from the watchful eyes of their parents. Cain, driven by jealousy, confronted Abel. Words were exchanged, heated and bitter. The air was thick with tension, a tangible manifestation of the storm brewing within Cain. And then, it happened. In a moment of blinding rage, Cain struck Abel, his brother, his flesh and blood. An act of fratricide, the first murder in the annals of human history. The earth beneath their feet, once a silent witness to their brotherly bond, now soaked up Abel's innocent blood, an indelible stain on the canvas of creation. The aftermath was a chilling silence, a void filled only with the echoes of Abel's last breaths. Cain stood over his brother's lifeless body, gripped by a remorse too late in its arrival. The gravity of his sin weighed on him, a burden he was ill-prepared to bear. In the silence of the field, only the voice of Abel's blood spoke, crying out from the ground to the heavens above, a haunting lament, a call for justice, a tragic end to a tale of two brothers, a chilling reminder of the destructive power of envy and hatred. In the aftermath of Abel's death, God confronted Cain, unveiling the depth of his transgression. Cain's punishment was just yet filled with mercy. Banished from his land and burdened with a curse, he was to roam the earth as an outcast. Yet, even in this harsh judgment, God's grace was evident. He placed a mark on Cain, not as a symbol of his sin, but as a divine shield, protecting him from the wrath of others. This divine judgment was more than a personal sentence. It was a lesson for all of humanity. It showed the sheer weight of envy and hatred, and the tragic consequences they can bring. It revealed the importance of sincerity and humility in worship. But most importantly, it highlighted the enduring mercy of God even in the face of our gravest sins. Marked by his sin yet shielded by divine mercy, Cain wandered the earth embodying the tragic consequences of envy and hatred.